This is CS952 Introduction to Web Technologies and Design. So we have really accomplished a lot. Our final project website is 99% of the way there. So now we're just talking about a few more things to really polish the website, to really get it up to the highest possible standards. So I'm in Dreamweaver and I'm looking at our home page, index.html. So let's go out. I'm going to hit F12, which opens our page up to preview in a browser. I actually already had the page open. So here we go. So this all looks really good. What I would like to do now is add a favicon to the site. And you might be wondering, what is a favicon? So let's Google favicon, F-A-V-I-C-O-N, okay? And favicon, also known as the shortcut icon, so we can learn about favicons over here from Wikipedia. It's that little icon that you see in the upper left-hand corner of your navigation tab. So we're in Wikipedia right now, so our favicon is this little W up here. Well, when we look at our home page, we've got just a document icon. I think we can do better than that. So let's learn how to add a favicon to our site. So this is going to be a two-step procedure. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find an image that we want to use for our favicon. And I believe we already have that image right now. We're looking at it. It's the pencil that we have next to the word, the humble pencil, because we want to have unity with our website. We want to have continuity in our design. So let's use that little pencil that we have. We're just going to take that image and create a favicon from that image. Now you can use any image source for a favicon, but favicons are small, they're not high resolution, so something that's basic and easy to recognize makes a good source for your favicon. So what I'm thinking is I want to use this pencil right here. Now it's kind of small right now, so I'm going to hit on my PC computer Control Plus, and when I do that, it makes my web page larger. It zooms in on my web page. So this is what I want to use for my favicon, this little pencil. How do I take what I'm seeing on a web page and convert that into a favicon? Well, there's an intermediate step. I need it to be an image first. So how do I turn this into an image? If you're on a PC, you can use a built-in accessory program to Windows called the snipping tool. If you're on a Mac, you can use Command-Shift-4, which allows you to do a screen capture of a limited area. Either way, it works pretty much exactly the same. So I'm going to search in my programs and files. I'm going to search for snipping tool, S-N-I-P-P, and the results of how you search for this is going to vary depending on whether you're using Windows 7, 8.1, or 10. I'm using Windows 7 on this computer. If you're using Windows 8 or Windows 10, go to the search for programs and just choose snip, S-N-I-P. Either way, this is what you come up with. And let me drag this over. You end up with a window that says, do you want to create a new snip? And we do. And so I'm going to choose a new rectangular snip, and I'm going to highlight this area. So I've used the snipping tool to highlight the area around that little pencil that we have on the home page. This is the snip. Again, you can use on a Windows PC system, you can use snipping tool. On a Mac, it's Command-Shift-4. And basically, you highlight a little area of your screen, and this is what I want to use. This is going to be perfect to create a favicon. So I'm going to go to File and choose Save As. And I'm just going to call this favicon snip.jpg. .jpg, and I'm going to save it on my desktop to make it easy to find. faviconSnip.jpg, and I'm going to hit save. So this is the image we have to work with. How do we convert that image? It's a JPEG image. How do we convert that into a favicon? Well, let's go back to our web browser. Now, earlier we had Googled favicon, and the first hit that we got was off this Wikipedia page. Let's look at the second hit we got, which was favicon.ico generator. Now this is a really great free website. It's www.faviconCC, and it will let you take any image and convert that into a favicon. So right now we're starting off with a blank screen. I'm going to choose import image, and it wants to know, well, what image do you want to import? I'm going to select choose file. I'll go to my desktop. Here it is, favicon.snip. Here it is, favicon.snip. I'll hit open and then upload. Now that image that we had of a pencil has been converted into this very basic image. This will be our favicon. Now what I want to do, where we have all these white blocks, if we save this image now, those are going to be white blocks, which means that if I put this favicon over a blue background, I'm going to have the color white on top of a blue background. That is not optimal. What I would like is to have these areas that are currently white, I'd like them to just be transparent. The only part that I want to save on this favicon is the actual image itself. In our color picker, we do have the option of transparency, and I'm going to click here to select transparency. And everywhere I have these white blocks, I'm just going to drag over and turn them into a transparency. So I did this by selecting transparency. Looks like that's white as well. And here, and let me drag out to these regions. I'm just holding down the left button on my mouse and dragging. I think that's looking pretty good. Let me scroll down a little bit. Now this is one of the things I really like about this site, is they give you a preview of what your favicon will look like in its original size. And you can see in the preview, that's pretty much exactly what I want. There's that pencil, and it's going to sit right next to the web address. So when people look at their tabs across the top of their web browser, they're going to know this page is part of the pencil website. So I like this. This is great. I'm done. So what's next? I download my favicon right here. Now you can choose to publish it for other people to use, but I'm just pretty much okay with downloading it. And when I do that, it downloads it to my downloads folder. So let me click on show all downloads. Okay, here we go. Here's my favicon, show in folder. Here it is in the folder. Now I just want to drag this to the root directory. It needs to go into the root directory, not into the images folder, but into the root directory for my website. So this is the root directory for my website. I am resizing this window to my left, so I just want to add favicon.ico. I'm just going to drag that over and put that right into the root directory for my website. So it's real important that you have your favicon in the root directory for your website, not in the images folder, but right there at the root directory. So we're ready to add the favicon to our site. This favicon will appear on every single page on our site. So let me close up my index page, and let's open up our template. So here we are. We're in our template file. We're right at the very beginning of our template file, right after the head tag, and we're going to paste in this code. I'm going to hit paste, and we're saying that this is going to be a link to a shortcut icon, and the file path says go up one level and find the favicon icon. And this of course makes sense, because when we look at our templates folder, we're going to need to go up one level, and there is our favicon.ico. This is perfect. Let's save all and then preview our site. So I'm going to choose Save All. Dreamweaver asks, do you want to update all the files based on this template? We do. Yes. Update. Close that window. Now let's preview in Chrome. So here we are in Chrome. Look at the tab at the top of the window, and you're going to see there is our pencil icon. Okay, this is our template file. Let's just go to the home page. Here we go. We're on our home page, and we can see right up here in the top, there's our pencil. And now this looks a little bit more like what we're used to. So no matter what page we're on, there's our gallery page, there's our history page. We can see right up here, we've got that neat little icon of our pencil. So that is how we create a favicon for our site. This is a nice little finishing touch, but it does give that more professional, more polished look to your website.